Your anger? What does he not like about you, missionary? Wake up. What does he not like about you?
I think everything else in my life before.
I don't know to do this to guess, but guess what does he not like about you?
Sometimes.
Huh? I'm talking to you.
Falsely accused.
Falsely accused. Wow. Wow. You know what's wrong? What's wrong with falsely accusing? Anybody know? When you think somebody that did something and you really don't know, what's wrong with that? Suppose you're wrong.
Yep.
Look at the damage you've done, and sometimes it's irreparable. What's yours? What does he not like about you?
Sometimes my attitude, sometimes that I have, and sometimes.
So that's where she get it from.
And you know, and I really pray about it. It's a whole lot. It's like forgiveness. Look like I do good sometimes with him.
You sound like Bam.
And then sometimes I can just really forget about it. I think, and I see that. No, I haven't forgot. I'm thinking I have.
So
And
you know what? You know
right
what?
back up like it just happened yesterday.
Well, you weren't here.
The same. I'm in the same.
And you know what God says? God says, when I forgive, I help me. But when I forget, I help the other person. That's the thing we gotta learn
That
to
was a
do.
good message. That's all.
When I forgive, I help me. If she do something to me, see, I can't get to heaven unless I forgive her.
Yeah.
But I help her if I forget about her. That's our problem. That's where you at. But you know, right now, Bishop, you getting our business. No, God getting into your truth about you.
Yes.
And you
Amen.
can't confess your truth among the saints.
That's right.
You sure ain't gonna help nobody out there telling them what's wrong with you if you can't do it among people who you know ain't gonna judge you.
Yeah.
Y'all hear me?
Yes.
So we're learning right now.
Yes.
Bishop, you say you forgive, you help yourself.
When you forgive, you help yourself, because you can't get to heaven not forgiving everybody.
That's right.
But if you forget,
But when I forget, I help the person who offended me.
Oh, I like that. Okay.
Y'all got that? Huh? That help?
Yes.
So just help them. If you really want to help them, they when you say please forgive me, that's not really what they want. They really want you to forget what they did. But they don't have the courage to ask you to forget about it. But you give that to them
Okay.
to help them.
Okay.
You see it? Amen. So each of the 7 churches, each of the 7 letters is addressed to the church as a congregation. But each letter, the invitation to change is what?
Very personal.
Not personal. Unique to you. It's unique to you. You can't want to change for a title. Oh, somebody touched me the other day. They say, my ministry is business. I said, I'm sorry, I can't take that. Ain't nothing business about ministry with the Spirit with Bishop Ross. Matter of fact, many times y'all have to remind me to take up the children gift. It's not about, it's about God. Y'all don't understand. The only reason my house is taken care of because I put God's house first. I pay God's bills first. I make sure these bills at this church paid first, with or without you. And so guess what? My bills are always paid. During tax season, and guess what? When it ain't tax season. Do you really think God's gonna let you take care of His house and Him not take care of yours? Who has the most?
God has.
Do you have more to help Him with? Do He have more to help you with?
He has more to help you with.
So I need to, God, I got your house.
Amen.
Because what I do unto Him, He's gonna do unto the measure which I give, the manner in which I measure in which I receive.
Yes.
Amen. So how do the sins of others affect your life? There you go right there.
Yeah.
Fellowship and reputation. Everybody in this church that got mad at somebody, they come to church because they were mad at me. Some of y'all been mad at me. Didn't come to church because you were mad at me. Everybody in this church at some point in time forgot why you're here. It ain't about these people you're looking at. It's about the invisible that you cannot see is where your authority comes from. People might give you power, but God gives you authority. And authority is stronger than power. Y'all with me? I know I'm all over the place with this Facebook. Bishop, I couldn't see you. Who was on that camera? Don't worry, that's my granddaughter. Don't y'all leave my baby alone. All right. Number 6. Jesus says, anyone with ears to hear must what? Man, ain't that song by what's his name? Marvin Sapp. Yeah. Isn't that beautiful? I tried my way. It didn't work. Y'all heard that? You heard it? I'm gonna play it for you tonight. Anyone with ears to hear must listen. Pastor. Must what? You have a gift. You must listen. You have a gift. You don't have to teach what others have taught. God's going to give you something that others are going to teach from.
My God.
That's why we had great men of God come up here. They said, man, he said, I don't never be nervous when I preach. But then I said, remember the bishop came up here from Orlando? He said, man, I'm nervous up in this pulpit. Because you can't come up here unless you're ready to hear from God. They ain't nothing to play with. I promise you. It said, what effect can there be on a group when one person decides to make the changes that God wants? Anybody want to help me with that? What effect? Bishop, I don't understand how you doing this. Bishop, I don't know how you lead this church. Bishop, I know you ain't doing right. Why God ain't struck you down? Pastor, I know you ain't doing right, Pastor. Why God ain't struck you down? Y'all don't even understand. Talk to me. Talk to me, woman of God. Trusting God, not man. Remain where He planted you. He planted you at the Spirit of Jesus. Stay loyal. I be worried about whether y'all gonna go lead the church. Hey, you gonna lead the church? I used to be so nervous. And you gonna leave, keep you gonna leave? Ain't I asked you that before? But guess what? If you leave, you leave. You gotta deal with God with that, not me. I used to lose sleep over y'all. Cause I know what y'all need. And y'all God placed you here because He said, y'all saw what we did yesterday? Y'all saw what we did? That was nothing compared to what we get ready to do in ministry. Nothing. Very late on a high right now. I told her, I said, baby, calm down, because you're going to be ready down the next level. Don't calm down right now. That was a glimpse. God will always give you a glimpse of what is to come. He gave us a glimpse when who was the first lamb? Anybody know? Who was the example of the lamb? He wasn't the lamb. Isaac. When Abraham was going to slay him, the father was going to slay the son, and the father God slayed his only begotten son. So God will also, what we saw yesterday was a glimpse of what was to come. So if you enjoyed that, can you imagine what we got? What's ahead for us? So when God makes changes in a manner that we don't understand, that's when loyalty must kick in. That's when faith must kick in, and above all, that's when love must kick in. See, when you don't see things the way they should be or the way you think they should be, I love my ministry. I ain't going nowhere. I done heard many of y'all say that. This right here tell you in a minute. Bishop, she don't say I love you, Bishop. She might tell me she love me, but she said I love my church. And I ain't going
nowhere.
And it's a shame when you let people make you leave what brought you out of your desert. Isn't that crazy? Notice how some of the churches had accommodated themselves to the sin around them. How do Christians often rationalize their own weaknesses, failings, and shortcomings? How have churches fallen into worldly behavior today? What's the obvious way? I said it a few minutes ago. They're more concerned about the business aspect than the spiritual aspect. They have fell into the accommodations of the world. Can you see that, Pastor? I told Pastor the other day, I said, look, Pastor, no longer am I concerned about the money coming in. We're going to spend money to get souls. Because guess what? Who'll make sure we got enough? As long as you try to count your money, you'll never get no money. I truly met Don King. You know what Don King told me? Because his office used to be right across from my office on Open Park. Remember that? And I met Don King. And Don King was talking to a man when I was talking. The dude said, Mr. King, how much money do you have? You know what he told him? If you can count your money, you ain't got no money. And I thought about that. So guess what? I can't count my money because God got it all.
Right.
I promise you I put my faith in God for everything. Talk to me, God.
I want to go back to that where you said about how do they often rationalize their own weaknesses, failings, and shortcomings through their leaders. As you mentioned earlier, they blame the leaders.
Oh, you better stop it.
I'm this because I'm under this leadership and the transparent fall down, trickle down, and no.
And that's the biggest misunderstanding in the church. You can't get nowhere because your pastor. Guess what? Your pastor ain't going to perlegate with you.
That's it.
You can sit here and say, I ain't getting there because, look, if you don't get there and it's truly because of me, God will take me down. Y'all hear me? Y'all don't have to do God's work. Do I look like I'm hungry? Look at this. I get tired of my daughter asking, when the baby do? That was she asking. But you're right though. We rationalize, and I told my wife that even before we was in church, she said, baby, you so smart, you so sharp. Why do you do the things you do? I said, honey, you're looking for a rational answer for an irrational situation. Some things you just can't explain. Some things you just don't have a what? Answer for. And I'm going to tell you something. Anybody got an answer for everything? Beware. Because the only one that has all the answers is God. So if I got an answer for everything, I'm trying to act like I'm the God. Hello, somebody. I like that, Pastor. Number 8. How do your actions affect the failure or success, oh my God, of the church or fellowship group? Very basic. How? How? I want to ask y'all something. When y'all was in the world, how many people went to the club? Yeah. Come on now. Yeah. How many people went to the club when they was in the world? How many people went to a club where nobody was there? Stop! How many people, if you walked in the club and went, man, what's going on here? What you think they do with churches? When y'all don't show up, y'all affect the church. When y'all don't show up, y'all affect the people coming or staying at the church. If they come by here and we ain't got much to show. If that parking lot full, we got cars over there, they say, we ain't got to have 20 cars. They said, it got to be going on over there. When you walked in the club, that club was empty. What you did, Joe? You hit the door. Hey, I thought you been saved all your life, right? You heard all this saying that, but y'all understand this? My attendance affects the ministry. That's the greatest way I affect my ministry. And then I say I love God. I like that question. See how Revelation is bringing us to look at ourselves. So the reveal is, y'all seeing anything right now? The first part of Revelation, the first 8 chapters is going to be about us seeing us. You can't get the reveal of heaven until you admit the reveal of yourself. You better talk to me. So, number 9. If Jesus were to write a letter to you, what would you be afraid he might mention? Don't nobody know this but you and Jesus. I better leave that question to you and Jesus. Y'all answer that to yourself. She said it. Watch this. Mine would be my wrongs that nobody knows.
Unforgiveness.
That's the key one right there. My unforgiveness. Anybody else? What would you be afraid, man of God, that Jesus would mention to you? Be transparent. Just be. Don't think about it. Just, you know. You want me to say it for you? What would you think Jesus would question you about?
Sometimes I can get real mean and ungrateful.
Okay. Man of God, what would Jesus question you about? Huh? No, come on, stop using somebody else's stuff. You're a talker. You ain't talking about tonight. You ain't talking about tonight. Don't you be amen to me to that. What would he, give me something new. Give me something fresh. Give me a fresh anointing. What would he question you about? It's that easy. In the spirit it is, because in the spirit there's no shame. What would he question you about? Huh? Having so little faith. She looked away. Anytime you look away, that means you don't want me to call on you. That's exactly what I'm going to call on. What would he question you about? What would he question you about? Huh? Your wrongdoing. Talk to me, man of God.
My wife tells me all the time I complain.
Your complaint. You still a sheep. See, because lambs think everything, lambs trust their shepherd. And they don't complain. Sheep complain. Lambs, they don't know enough bad to complain. You take little Kyra and you can take her to a dangerous situation and she ain't gonna do nothing but twirl like a ballerina. Because she don't know danger. And if you know God, you should know danger either, because there is, my faith ain't real. If I know God, there is no danger. And if you know God, y'all, how many people still not ready to leave him? Be honest, just raise your hand. I'm not ready to leave this world. Be honest. Okay, so the bottom line is that tell me the devil has power over you.
I'm just afraid nobody won't wreck my bitch.
No. Watch this. Why does he? Wait a minute. The fear of leaving this world still give the devil. Listen. The fear of leaving this world give the devil power. Why? He threatens me with that. He threatens me with death, and it scares me. Am I right? Am I right? So my thing is, when I tell him, it don't matter if I'm hit. Okay. Okay, it don't matter. It don't matter. See, when I gotta take his power away. See, that's why God must become everything. See, because the only thing that's here and there is who? So if I want to be with God, when I want to be with anything or do anything, then it don't matter whether I'm here or there, and I take away the devil's what? But if I'm scared to leave here, I really ain't yet in that. I know of God, and I don't know him yet. And if I know him, I'm still scared. That means I'm not intimate with him. Because when I'm intimate with him, he's God. He ain't gonna let nothing happen. What? Wait a minute, one question. Notice something about they kept putting emphasis on John. And do y'all know something about John? John, the only disciple that died a peaceful death. Out of all the disciples, John, the only disciple that died a peaceful death. Why? Because he had an intimate love with Jesus. The one that he loved the most. He's the only one that did not die an excruciating death. Peter was hung upside down and cut in half.
Yep.
All of them, every apostle died an excruciating death. But it didn't matter because their body didn't matter. Where their spirit was better, and their spirit was in the right place. So it didn't matter. But Peter, so what I'm saying, if you're intimate with God now, you ain't got to worry about nothing happening to you. They wanted to kill John like they did the rest of them, but Jesus wouldn't allow because he said he was intimate with me. Y'all hear this?
Yeah. What if it's so much so that you're not scared to die? You just feel like You're just not ready yet because you feel like you still have more to do.
Because because you don't know heaven. You don't know heaven. See, when you become the heaven here on earth, it don't matter whether you're here or there. See, you must become heaven here. What makes heaven heaven? No, it's where who lives. What makes heaven? That just be sky without God. But beyond the sky is heaven because of God. So you don't know heaven yet. You have not become that heaven. We say we the church. We say we the church, but have we allowed ourselves to leave this world so God can live in us, and we become that heaven? So now, when I got God living in me, what else is more important to do in this world than God living in me?
My God, my God.
The only thing better than God living in me is me living where He lives with Him in me.
Amen.
Not fighting the tortures of this world, the torments of this world. He said, see how these questions leading us into places?
Bishop,
Talk.
when you leave here, you already fulfilled your purpose, right?
Y'all hear this? Y'all hear this? This woman came to this church so religious she stank when she first got here. I'm talking about in the spirit. Because she had no clue that the spirit was, all she wanted to do was come to church and be around church folk and just do what church folk do and live right. And the harder she tried to live right, the more Chris got on her nerves. Y'all see what living right? The devil knows when you're trying to live right based on religion, you're easily distracted. But he don't try to distract you as much when you put God out front. When he knows God is, you are the dwelling place for God. So, yeah, you don't want to leave here because you got, what else you got to do?
That's that void you talk about.
Huh?
What's
That void. You're right.
You don't long for nothing else.
Man, they'll tell you, I always said, no matter how good like that, I would always be eventually I would get bored. I said, there has to be more to life than this. I always said that. There has to be more. And when I found that more, that's why there's nothing for me to drive down here. 200 miles like I'm going around the corner. Twice a week. And I can't get y'all to drive across from Sunrise. You sure ain't got no excuse.
I'm here,
You
Bishop.
can almost walk.
I'm here, Bishop.
Be here too.
I can hear when she went to most attendants. They gonna say, well, Bishop, she stay closer to anybody. All right, but you get it? Get it?
Yeah.
The greatest thing that I can do is become the place where God wants to dwell. We got one or two more. It says, Jesus. Okay, did I read that one already? Number 9? Okay, number 10. You see what y'all should be doing is filling these out and then going back and reading them later. That's how you do this. This is not, but you try to fill out as much as you can before you get here. And then fill it in. Listen, use the pattern of these letters as described in the note tab later. 2. Is at 2.1 FF. And write a letter to your own congregation. Include at least one item of commendation and one item of that would require correction. Look at the letter and add at least 3 actions you could take personally or with a few others to head the church in the direction it should go.
That should be the homework.
Everybody, next class, Thursday, before we open up the class, I want everybody to letter. We're gonna review it. We're gonna review the letter. This Thursday.
You have to say what the good thing is, what the complaint is, and what the
What the good thing is, the complaint is, and 3 ways I can make the church better.
That's good.
What the good thing about me is, what the complaint about me is, and 3 ways I can make the church better.
Is the review of the church, it says the church as a whole, it's not
It
individual.
says, use the pattern of these letters. Write a letter to your own congregation.
Yeah.
Include at least one item of commendation and one item that would require correction. Do both. Do one for the church and one for yourself. Yeah. Do one for the church and one for yourself. All right? So that means you're going to be here Thursday? You enjoying this, huh? You back, huh? Okay. Yeah. Email, text me. Email it to me and I'll read it. All right, we good? I will read it. Just don't let me know the email kept coming. Everybody good? Y'all see how this provoking your spirit? You wait by the time we get to 21. Y'all gonna say, God, Lee, I can't lose. I can't lose. I can't lose. The only reason I'm losing is because I'm not letting God teach me. I cannot lose. Wow. What I've been telling y'all, I am what? Anybody remember what I used to tell y'all? I am invincible. You are invincible. See that missionary Keisha, you missed this though. I miss you too, man. All right. All right, saints. Everybody blessed tonight? Amen. Anybody have anything they want to say tonight? I need at least one. If I can get one person to stand up other than pastor, I won't ask everybody. Can I get one? Can I give a sacrifice tonight? Can I get a sacrifice?
Bishop, I enjoyed it.
There you go.
Okay. I need a record.
That's part of my letter.
Okay.
Because when you don't be on Wake Up with Jesus, it's like my day don't go. It just stops. I don't want to go to work. I don't want to get up.
I gotta get on
stay
there.
on
I
Wake Up with Jesus.
gotta make sure I get on Wake Up with Jesus. I need that time. I won't miss no more. If you make me think about not going to work, I won't miss no more because I need that time.
All right.
That's no lie. I stay on the 11:30.
All right, anybody else want to say anything about tonight? What you thought about tonight, Angel? You. What's your name?
Oh, my name is Silver.
You been here before, right? You were the one that
That's my cousin.
you did the Uber, right?
No, that's my cousin.
That's ain't her.
She
The first time I met you. Don't she look like the Uber lady? But now, what you think about tonight, Angel?
I really like tonight.
You did?
I really I miss it.
Okay, amen. Talk to me.
No matter what's going on, you have to remain faithful.
Amen. Remain faithful and loyal.
All right, when he was talking about lukewarm, stuff like that, people they be repenting. You gotta be careful. You can't be like a cup of sin. Once that cup get filled up with all those sins, then God will spit you out. You gotta be real in your repentance. Because as you keep repenting over and over and over for the same thing.
Because we're not asking God to teach us how to forsake.
So you can't be like the cup of sin. You gotta have faith in your repentance and so on. It ain't quite how I want to say it. You gotta be for real. You gotta be.
But see, this is what I'm saying, and you're right. We keep repenting, so it don't seem like we're real. We keep asking God for the same thing over and over. But the bottom line is, bro, sometimes we're innocent. We don't know how, and God said we don't ask Him. We ask. We say we want to. Lord, I'm going to forsake. If you could forsake, you wouldn't have did it again. So you need to ask God to, Lord, I repent. Now teach me how not to do it. Teach me how to forsake. That's where it comes in when He said we have not. We say I'm going to do something. How you going to do what you don't know how to do? You see what I'm saying? If I knew how to do it, I wouldn't have did it second. I wouldn't have kept doing it over and over. The reason I keep doing it over and over, and the reason I won't ask God to teach me, because in teaching me, He might take something away that I don't want Him to take away. That's why we don't ask God to teach us. That's why we don't really. We Bishop, show me, Bishop, teach me, Bishop. But because I can tell you know, but we ain't supposed to tell God no and say we love Him.
And the reason I was saying earlier, I opened the letter. When you open the letter really reminded you who the man in the mirror is. So the man in the mirror is that's how the reality check for you to get back on the on the right path. That's all it is, a little evidence.
Yeah. But I'm gonna write my issue and put it somewhere where I see it every day. Instead of wanting somebody to remember me, I'm gonna remember myself. You did good tonight. You only gave yourself 2 minutes.